when the former governor of Rivers State, now FCT minister, said, hey, our laws are different from your laws. What the European Union did is not correct. Clearly he disagrees with it. But when it comes to electioneering and in a democratic settings, isn't the will of the people a primary factor when it comes to choosing who becomes their leader? Now, if the people and the reports of the independent observers are saying that, hey, the will of the people was not allowed to have its way at the Rivers State, the election in Rivers State, and now the governor is saying, no, the laws differ in Europe and as it is in Nigeria, help us make better sense of what he may be getting at.
What I understand from what the former governor of Rivers State is saying is that the determining factors to the outcome of an election is quite different when it comes to Europe and probably Nigeria. Their laws are different from our laws. Now you ask the question about if the people's will is not what is required and all of that. Yes, the people's will is required, but based on the country we live in, there are competing factions here and there, everybody laying claim to this and that. It is now, required of the law, the court to determine who actually is the winner of the election, where it is contested. INEC has declared that this party won, and the people, or rather people, the European Union, the independent observers who came, felt that there were discrepancies here and there, that there were issues here and there. I am not sure that in totality they are discrediting the entire process. It could be that in some areas something happened, which the result that came from there did not actually reflect the voting on ground. That does not mean that what happened in area A actually happened in area Z. But collectively, on percentage, they might have said this is more than enough to alter the declaration of this result that we are seeing. So it is for the court to look into these matters to determine. And the court cannot give you what you did not wish for. You can only come to the court requesting for something and giving enough evidence to prove that this thing actually happened the way you saw it. Just like what we are seeing in some of the tribunal cases. Yes, people are aggrieved and they have gone to tribunal, but were they able to prove their case to what they have been alleging? Obviously no. And the court is not a Father Christmas like we keep saying. It will not give you what you did not request for. It can only give you what you requested for with appropriate evidence to prove it. So my understanding of what the ex-Wike governor of Rivers State is saying is that the peculiarities of the European Union and that of Nigeria are quite different. So it is erroneous of them to say that people who have been practicing democracy, uninterruptedly in the last 20 or 21 years, from 1999 to this day, do not know what democracy is. I mean, that is quite insulting. And I believe that is the reason why the minister, the European minister, was able to apologize and talked about moving forward with the FCT minister in terms of development.